third in Splatoon 2. He hasn't been able to break past third place in Splatoon 2 yet.
And honestly, looking from the other groups, third is probably where they seeded him as well. Because Saikai's probably 2, set to destroy X1. They probably gave them 3. So
I don't know how I feel about that.
yeah, I don't know, but still. I don't know if they'll make it to that far, maybe in this game, but we do have a game in front of us here.
Yeah.
Team Beer versus the INKredibles. So got some big names here for a lot of people. PK Sparks is going to be rocking that roller on the side of the INKredibles.
Yeah.
I think they've got a pretty nice lineup with those bubbles deco. I mean, Splatling deco pulling out the bubbles. And then on the other side, we've got Team Beer there running Blaster, Forge Pro, Charger, and Splattershot. That's pretty standard comp.
Yeah, and it looks like Hope and Justin are going to push up onto that Blaster on the left side. Gets the better side of them, and now Hope has all the room they really need to actually further this push in. And if any push starts here for Team Beer, it's going to start with Hope. And it looks like, yeah, another Splat coming down onto Sard. And now able to move that Rainmaker in a place where they can kind of rack up the points. Actually, all of Ink's vision is not even towards where the Rainmaker is going, which is on the left side of the map here.
Yeah, honestly, Hope tried to regroup with the Rainmaker, but I don't even think it was really necessary. Could have just went for PK Sparks, who he knew was in the court area. Now Justin's going to try to look for a pick right here. Does get it. You see the splash onto the left, so does Justin. He's going to throw some shots there, but he's going to go down.
They are, I feel the struggle right now for the INKredibles here. I mean, Sard able to kind of recover and help the defensive effort with his splatling of his own, but unfortunately getting out here, especially when all 4 of them are kind of focused in tunnel vision on this very narrow right entryway, it's going to be pretty tough getting out of here with the team covering that space.
Yeah, Sarge does have the bubbles ready, but half of his team is down, so he honestly should just probably retreat. Doesn't want to die to the Stingray for sure, because that means they're going to be able to push onto this right side, which is one of the primary positions to push on the stage.
Yo, Hope there with the quick, just bursting out of nowhere too with the burst bomb and follow it up with 2 splats right there. Now going to be able to help lead this Rainmaker push with Justin and probably break that 40-point mark. Yep, it's a splash down preemptively as soon as they got any fire onto them. And
that
actually
gets be a knockout, yeah.
And just like that, game 1 going over to Team Beer, who takes that really resoundingly.
Yeah, Team Beer kind of just had control from the start there. Ooh. Hope's KA is going to be pretty big here, most likely. So
yeah, I'm kind of fearful for the INKredibles because they were seeded 4th, but they totally lost out on not being able to play their first match. So, you know, each match affects them more substantially than the other teams here in this group. And, ooh, it's going to be pretty rough for them if they're starting out and getting 3-0 like this. Or if they seem like they might be getting 3-0 like this. And Team Beer giving, like, the shoot-at look. But, yeah, Tower Control and Snapper Canal coming up next. Straight up knockout coming out on that one. Let's see if they can turn it around coming into
Tower Control. Snapper Canal is probably a little bit harder to knock out.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I don't think we've seen a knockout there all day. So
we haven't. And oftentimes you just kind of see a lot of stagnancy around like the 40, 50-point marker, where it's getting over the river for like the last time. I feel like that's where it often stops a lot. And teams often struggle with that. But, you know, with how resoundingly that last game was, kind of tough to see.
Yeah, the INKredibles definitely going to need to make some adjustments there. And honestly, it wasn't just from team composition or anything like that. They need to make some mental adjustments as well.
Yeah. Just
maybe group up a little bit more. I didn't really see much team play at the beginning or at the end of that game.
Yeah, unfortunately that kind of was the case. So maybe hoping they can wind this one back. Yeah, as we see kind of Sammy leading the troops here, everyone looking Sammy's way for advice and counsel from this very angry bearded man. And he's surely been helping lead the charge here for this team. Looks like the INKredibles are all ready to go and kind of spamming ready, except V here seems to not be able to lock in on her last choice.
Yeah, so should be maybe some changes coming out from the comp. If this Splatling player on the side of the INKredibles, probably going to be going with the regular for the Stingray on tower control.
Yeah, right.
Definitely one of the best specials on tower control. So
did the INKredibles have a Stingray last game?
I don't believe so, but Team Beer definitely did.
Okay.
They do go with the Stingray this game, and honestly, besides that Stingray, I'm not sure if I like their front line because it's a sploosh and ends that really. So.
Yeah, not like the most optimal, I guess I'd say, but let's see how far they can get with their comfort picks. Looking out for Sarge on the right side here, who is playing a lot of covering fire with that with the Splat lane, but unfortunately isn't able to cover V here, who gets pushed up on by 2 people from Team B here. Not looking too good, but obviously with tower control, the objective not pushing as fast as maybe some other game modes.
Yeah.
Hope is going to struggle, or I thought struggle a little bit, but apparently not getting the quick 2 kills, and maybe even
be a third.
3.
That's going to be a full wipe. Hope just playing very aggressive here, and also a little bit patient, waiting for them to make themselves visible to him. And now he just keeps them in their spawn. Should be able to get this player as well. He does, and Hope's looking really fine here today.
Yeah, Hope is one of the players that I consider to be, like, when he's on top of his game, he's just, like, super feeling it. But, like, again, like, I feel like, not to overuse this descriptor, but high and low lows for Hope. And he just pops off sometimes, and other times when you kind of need someone to clutch, not so much. In this game, though, definitely dominating, having a really good presence, whether it's, you know, sharking for kills one way or just being a general nuisance for the other side. That being said, the Incredibles finally getting something going their way. It looks like PK Sparks is going to get those 10 missiles, but not the only one target for now. Let's see how far they can push up onto the enemy side. Yeah,
he does spot out the charger there. Does throw an auto bomb to kind of get him out of the way right now, but his team still might need help in the middle of the map. They're not making any good picks to start up a push.
I like this. Yeah, especially with the vision they have on at least one person, and with the inkjet. Sorry, not the inkjet. Oh, the Stinger being out. He was trying to get some sort of vantage point on them, but unfortunately, because he put out his opening fire when the Stingray could see them, they were able to respond appropriately and take care of PK Sparks there.
Yeah, I feel like maybe he should have went as soon as he threw the first auto bomb.
Yeah,
he should have went for that. The charger would have still been there.
Yeah,
he might have been able to get something going there, but unfortunately for him, maybe a little bit too hesitant. And then now we got Fredo here trying to make something happen. I believe that's Sammy, correct?
That is Sammy. That is short for Alfredo. We went to Ruby Tuesdays last night. He was really feeling that. Alfredo.
All right, so yeah, Sammy here on that rapid is going to try and make something happen. And now he should be able to get that.
I think that person just fell off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sammy kind of forced him off there.
Define force.
He got one shot and he got scared. But now Sammy's just pretty much controlling this left side pretty much by himself. Hope's going to come in as well to try and help him out. Nice kill coming out from Sammy there.
Let's go, Alfredo.
Yeah. Also one behind him here. He's going to try to get him, but he does manage to pick up one kill before Hope comes in, finishes them off. But they still need to try to get something going with only 2 members up, and they're Stingraying without really knowing anywhere anybody is.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, just a very general Stingray being put out there just to cover all bases, you know, just firing it at the tower. But nobody was really pushing it at that time, unfortunately. We're both getting these Splat. Ooh, let's go, Ronio. Able to actually, the Splat with the curling bomb. Okay. Even though they were in midair. Sick.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a pretty big Now Ronio's going to try to make something happen here, but he's being outranged by, I believe that is Justin. So yeah, Justin's going to get the kill onto one. Justin should be able to pick up the second with the help of Hope. And now the last one's V on that left side. I believe she was called out because Justin seems to be going straight there.
I mean, it was a good call to commit 2 to like both Sparks and another teammate to kind of maybe get rid of Justin or Hope there, but unfortunately just not being able to get to their opponent before getting covered by Green Ink. And so yeah, just this pushes further and further into the opposing side. It looks like this might be a 2-0 lead just like that.
Yeah, but they've actually got the Stingray. That's going to come out and probably stall the tower from now. Justin's going to go down as well, and that's 3 down for Team Beer. So the Incredibles lives the fight at least for another minute.
For another minute, indeed. Quite literally. Just 55 seconds left to go and ticking down right now. PK Sports doing what they can to at least charge up for some 10 missiles and does spot 3, but will get caught up by the Rapid Blaster before Sammy will call that out. You go down. Nothing happening from them, though, and this tower not even being reset back to neutral. Another offensive play here coming for Team Beer.
Yeah, Team Beer is just going to try to get that tower at least as far away from possible. They can definitely make a good push here. And honestly, this left side's pretty good to hold. They've been holding it that whole game, so I can see the smart move to move the tower to somewhere where they've been comfortable the whole game.
Ooh, getting the Ink armor, the blaster onto the Ink armor, just really knocking Sammy out of there that time around. The Stingray onto the base. All these people are daring and don't die to the Stingray just quite yet. But that being said, it looks like they don't need to quite die immediately for the effect we had. And that effect is, well, we're going to beat you and go up 2-0.
And that's going to be the game there. Honestly, I liked what Justin and the rest of the team were doing, getting into the base of the Incredibles, just making sure that they can't even touch the tower. So
yeah.
Even if you die in that position, if you bought enough time where the game's over.
Right. We'll take a look at to see what maybe the KDs were looking like for the Incredibles here. I don't. Okay. You know, a little better than the last game, but still not.
Pretty much everyone on Team B are double theirs.
Jeez, man, that's rough to see. And honestly, that's the kind of game that you saw at the beginning of it, and you could kind of expect it to I expected it to finish earlier than it actually did. So it just felt like Team Beer was like playing for picks more than anything else. Which, I mean, to their credit, they did really well.
Yeah. And honestly, now going into Clan Blitz Port Mackerel, I think the Incredibles may have to make at least a little bit of comp change because I wasn't too big a fan of their comp that last game. Maybe the sploosh can work still with the curling bombs, but I'm not too sure about the NZAP here, the NZAP 89.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you can go with it, and yes, comfort picks are always like, you know, viable to some extent, but it really seems like they only have those comfort picks that, you know, for something like Port Mackerel, maybe not the most optimal. We'll see. I mean, ideally, we can take a look at Splat Zones on Humpback. I always love seeing that map regardless of who's playing. It's always a fun time, but, you know, with how the course of the game has been played out so far, looking like a steep mountain to climb for the Incredibles here.
Yeah, the Incredibles definitely have an uphill battle ahead of them, and let's see if that hill can go as far as the Humpback track.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, right? But we'll see. We just heard the ding, I believe, to start this one off. So let's get this one underway. The Incredibles have one more opportunity to wrap things up, and if they do, it's going to have to be 3 times in a row.
Okay, I like the adjustment by PK Sparks going to the roller instead of the NZAP, so that's something pretty decent on this map with the curling bombs and the Ninja Squid. 2 of them are rocking that Ninja Squid, so it's a pretty good lineup, but the thing of note here is there's no Stingrays. On Clan Blitz, maybe they didn't really want it too much, but they can definitely help on Port Mackerel.
Shy didn't play the Charger last game, did they?
No, but I know Shy is a Charger main.
Yeah, so fair.
Yeah, so Shy is going to be trying to get some picks going here. The last one, though, left is Sarge, and Sammy cleans them up really quick. Sammy just needs to pick up those 2 clams in front of him, get that power clam, throw it in, and now for the rest of the team,
oh my goodness.
Nice pop of the ink shed there by Sammy.
If nothing else, to just stay alive, exactly. And, you know, being able to bring himself out, distract the teammates, trying to fire him, and their teammates got the layup kill. Honestly, I kind of expected Sammy with that football to just sit under the clam and just start shooting people, but he didn't, and they're leading themselves quite nicely to a 45-100 lead. Okay, 36, sure.
Yeah, and they've still got a lot of time on that power clock there. They've actually got a power clam as well, and that goes in, and we see it from there. They've also got 5 clams, which should be 1 shy away from winning the game. Yeah.
Oh no. They have time. They have time to get it back here.
You can see one of them does. Justin has the 3 clams. That should be good.
And that's it. All right, 3-0, just like that. I mean, Team Beer playing resoundingly with their ability to come out on top of just straight up fighting each other and coming out on top of like firefights lend itself really well to winning Clan Blitz just so quickly like that. Yeah. That dude's got a cool Gorillas themed shirt. And I think that's a Splatoon themed Gorillas shirt.
Yeah.
That's actually really cool. Dang.
Yeah, I believe that is Shy. So.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I need to get a link for that sweater.
Yeah, so I'm sure Sammy's happy with the 3-0.